All right, hello AMC students. So I am just going to do a couple of these problems from the Monday assignment, and then uh, you will have a little bit more time to work on this type of an equation. So when we're solving trig equations, we are trying to figure out what angle makes the equation true, because the input that you're solving for is the angle. So let's say I'm trying to solve number one, trying to find what angle or angles makes this a true equation. So I'm going to isolate sine. So first step is dividing by 4. So the sine of 3t is equal to 1/2. Then I'm using the inverse function here to cancel out sine. If you want to write the inverse function, and this is something that we'll work on over the next little bit, if you want to write it out, you can write sine inverse of both sides, kind of like how we wrote the log on both sides. Regardless, it cancels out, and you get two solutions. The sine value is 1/2 at 30 degrees or at 150 degrees. Practice using radians instead. So at 30 degrees or at 150 degrees. But you can also rotate a full circle. So I go plus 2 pi n. The n just represents for a number, so you can rotate any number of full circles. And then your last step is to divide by 3. So all of the solutions come out to be pi over 18, because you divided by 3, plus 2/3 pi n, or t equals 5 pi over 18 plus 2/3 pi n. There you go. So that's one of the examples there. It's really similar for the other problems. You were just trying to isolate the trig thing, and then think about the unit circle, and then you add full circles to it. So I'm going to do one more, and then we will call it good for this video. Let's do number 4. So here we have 2 cosine x over 3 plus square root of 2 equals 0. So I want to isolate the cosine. 2 cosine x over 3 equals negative root 2. Divide by 2. Cosine of x over 3, negative root 2 over 2. Then I want to do the inverse cosine of both sides. In other words, on the unit circle, where are the x values negative root 2 over 2? So I have x over 3 equals 3 pi over 4, or x over 3 equals 5 pi over 4. Just like on the last one, you can add full circles. So you're adding 2 pi n, and then you multiply by 3. So multiplying by 3 makes this 9 pi over 4 plus 6 pi n, or times 3, 15 pi over 4 plus 6 pi n. Don't worry about this restriction too much. If you want to worry about that restriction, you can just think about how many 6 pi's can you add or subtract to be between those values. So that's it. Please reach out if you have any questions and work on those reflection questions.